Hey miners, ready for some crypto coaching? I'm Sarah Manter, and this is my guest star, Maya Manter.
And we're going to show you how to set up a CPU to mine the RandomX algorithm with Prohashing.
In this video, I'll be going over the quick start instructions, so I'm assuming that you're operating a desktop or a laptop with Windows 10. Other operating systems can be used, but things may look different than what I'm showing you on the screen, and it's outside of the scope of this tutorial.
Having administrator privileges improves hash rate, but it's not absolutely necessary to have them to mine with your CPU. It's important to note that you should not try to mine other prohashing algorithms like SHA-256 or script with a CPU. These algorithms require specialized single-use hardware to earn a reasonable profit.
I've included the link to the Buying an ASIC Miner Guide on the Prohashing website in the video details down below, just in case anyone is interested in mining these other algorithms. Let's get started. First thing we need to do is download the mining file XMRig, which we can find right on the Prohashing website. Under the Help section, you can see that we have a quick start guide for CPU. So if at any point you need to see these instructions in writing, you can head on over to the Prohashing site and find them there. Under Step 1, Download XMRig, you can see that we have the XMRig Releases page linked here. It's also in the video details down below. This link brings us over to this website here, where we can scroll down to the Assets section and find the Win64 zip file for XMRig. Remember, I'm assuming that you're running a laptop or a desktop with Windows 10, so if you're running anything else, that's outside of the scope of this video. When we click this file, you're going to see a flag down here that says dangerous, so Chrome has blocked it. It doesn't show up on my video, so I'm going to show you up here in the downloads. You didn't used to be able to accept this file when it was dangerous, but they've added the ability to keep the dangerous file. It's not actually dangerous. It's been incorrectly flagged as malicious because mining files tend to show up that way in antivirus searches and that kind of thing. So we're going to click Keep Dangerous File. It's going to give you another warning because it really thinks it's dangerous when it's not. And we're going to click Keep Anyway. That's going to allow us to download this, but then McAfee again is going to warn us and we're going to say accept the risk. If you want to avoid going through that many steps to download this file, you can use a different browser. Mozilla Firefox will allow you to download the file. It will give you one warning and then you can accept and give it permission to download. Microsoft Edge will download it automatically without warning you about the file. We have this file downloaded. Now we're going to show it in the folder and see that it has downloaded it as a zip file here. We need to extract so we can choose the file location that we're going to send this to. I've already done this, so I'm going to head on over to my desktop where I've saved it. If you open this folder and you don't find the XMRig file, it may have been quarantined by your Windows Defender or your antivirus because, like I said before, for some reason these programs tend to flag mining software as malicious even though it's not. So what you can do is go down to your Start menu and your Settings, scroll down to Update and Security, find Windows Security on the left here, and go to Virus and Threat Protection. Then you're going to need to find Virus and Threat Protection Settings here. Click on Manage Settings. Scroll down to Exclusions, and we're going to add this file as an exclusion. So add an exclusion folder. I'm going to find that folder on my desktop. And then that's excluded. So when we try to use this, it's not going to disappear or anything. If you go through the steps of excluding the file, keeping it from being quarantined, and you still don't see it, you may need to re-download it again. The next thing we're going to do is set up our config file. You can use whatever text editor you're comfortable with. I'm going to use Notepad for the purposes of this tutorial because it comes for free with Windows. The config file is literally labeled config, so it's pretty easy to find. We're going to right-click here and open with Notepad. You should see something that looks like this. I'm going to scroll down to the pools section here, and I'm going to reset a couple of these. For algo, we're going to put in our x/0. For coin, we need it to say Monero. And under URL, that's where we're going to put Prohashing. Prohashing.com, port 3359. User is going to be your Prohashing username. I'm going to put it in as our sample Prohashing miner. And then we're going to need our password arguments. So for this, we're going to head back over to the Prohashing website to help us out. Once you're back in the Prohashing site, you can click on Tools and Worker Configurator. Under Worker Information, make sure your manufacturer is set to CPU, and for Algorithm, select RandomX. You can leave the hash rate blank for now because you haven't been running your worker yet. But once you've been running your worker and you can put in this hash rate information, it will help you estimate your profits per day over here on the right. Under Advanced Options, you should select a worker name. While not required, the worker name identifies your worker in your dashboard and allows us to display your worker's charts in your account. If you don't put in a worker name, it goes in as a random group of characters and we won't be able to display the worker's charts with all of that helpful information for you. You can also put a group name in here. I'm going to skip that step for the purpose of this video because I'm not actually grouping anything. Another thing we can do in the configurator is scroll down to where it says track electricity and check that off. If you figured out your electricity cost using your electricity bill already, you can enter it here. And it will automatically update in the RandomX worker configuration over here as a password argument. And you can track this information alongside your other stats in your account. It also allows you to set up automatic electricity cost payouts if you have ACH payouts set up in your account settings. If you'd like more information on this, you can check out our advanced ACH payout video. The link is in the video details down below and the card up above. Here we can copy the password arguments from the RandomX worker configuration, and we can go back to our config file in Notepad and paste them in. Under pass, instead of X, we're going to paste what we just copied. And here we should be all set now. So we're going to save this file and close it out. To start mining, we can double click the XMRig.exe file, which is this orange one right here, in the Windows Explorer. The miner will automatically detect the best settings for your system. If we have administrator privileges and would like to increase our hash rate, we can run the file as an administrator by right-clicking on it and running as an administrator, which is what I'm going to do now. Now we can see that our miner is working. And we can go back over to the Prohashing website to see it in our dashboard. Here we have Prohashing miner 11521 and our test worker 1. And we can see that it's running in here. It's still waiting for more shares because we haven't been running it for very long, but eventually the shares will show up right here. That's it. You're ready to mine with the CPU.
If you need to go back and recheck any of the instructions from this guide, remember, there is a written guide on the Prohashing website and the link is in the video details down below.
If you've been finding our videos helpful, please don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time, miners.